Good morning, guys. Bolt Tactical here, and I'm bringing you a solution to the most common problem we have with the Nerf Roughcut 2x4. Well, you can't see it in my video because it's all covered under that orange cover, and a lot of people have had this problem, is there's one little gear in there. When you start to slam fire it too much, it'll strip the gear completely off and render your Roughcut useless, which makes for some pretty disappointed young lads, especially when they're in the middle of playing and all of a sudden you hear that distinct grinding sound. Now, this one I've already got taken apart. I've had it apart for a while sourcing out a set of gears. Because, well, it's my son's. He got it from a gift from his cousin, so he's pretty upset. And as you can see right in there, there's the pieces of the gear that are all stripped off. Now, the solution I found, I was on eBay, and I found a seller that goes by the name of Nearly New Models. Now, he sells a set of 3D printed ones, printed in nylon. It's a very hard plastic, and the thing I like about it is it comes as a set of two, so you're not just replacing it. Normally, it's this little gear here that gets stripped. So, if you were to place just this gear and it's stronger, eventually the stock one like this is going to wear out too. So, at least with this one, you got a set, both new gears, both 3D printed. And like I said, nylon, very hard plastic. I believe, if I recall, they go for $12 US for the set. Canadian dollar is going to fluctuate according to the market. And anyways, I shall show you a little quick change-a-rooney. We'll get the new gears put into it and do some test shooting. So anyways, for taking the gearbox apart, it's just 3 screws using a really small Phillips head screwdriver. There's one there. There's one there. And I was lucky to have a magnetic tip screwdriver, so that catches the screws so they don't drop down inside the blasters on me. There's one little catch right down here. And there we go. Off comes the cover. And there's the gears right there. There's this one. There's the factory gear, which is a lot thinner. It's more hollowed out and stuff when you compare it to the new gear from Nearly New Models, which is completely solid. There's like just that little spot in the middle for the pin, and that's about it. And there is the other one. The most common gear that breaks in these rough cuts right here. And there it is. Completely stripped right off. And likewise, the one from Nearly New Models, far more solid, not hollowed out, and definitely feels like a much harder plastic. So, and also got a little tiny piece of gear down here I have to clear out as well. Okay, sorry about the weird cut there, guys. Anyways, as for putting the gears back in, just a matter of reversing what you just did with the old ones. And then make sure when you put it back together, little tiny roller right here goes there. because that is going to what helps it slide on this side. There we go. And make sure too, when you reassemble, that the slide is no, with my finger. Make sure when we put it together that the slide is all the way ahead. Otherwise it will hit, or you won't get a proper slide on it. So just keep an eye on that. I'll probably just cut ahead to the part because nothing more fun than watching someone put screws in. Okay, so as a side note too, when you're putting your rough cut back together, make sure that you get the gear mesh correct, that the gears lined up properly so everything moves the way it should, and always check for little tiny bits of the gears that could be hidden in the mechanism. I've had this together a couple times and it wouldn't quite function properly, and took it apart and found a couple of these were in the trigger release mechanism, so keep an eye out for those. So now, just as proof that it all works, here's the two broken gears right here in my hand, and we're going to load her up and do some shooting. So there we have it, guys. A fully repaired Nerf Roughcut 2x4 with replacement gears. I found them, like I say, from a seller on eBay. I will post a link to his page, or to the ad, I guess, in my description. And yeah, these gears are a lot more solid. I'm gonna have one happy son now that he's got his rough cut back together. So, anyways, Bolt Tactical saying Nerf out, peace on.